Cause I am the link between the sky, surface, and depths. Go to war with me, only a crater is left. I'm rocking deity armor, but you won't see no regret. Through my items in the berry fountain, getting them blessed. Now I'm upgrading.
When you think hip-hop in the Midwest, the usual suspects come up. But one man is trying to add his name to the list, and he seems poised to do just that. In the hills and valleys that is known as the Kettle KLA is looking to put his name in and on everything. We caught up with him to find out where he came from, what it takes to do what he does, and to see what his sights are on for the future. KLA, let's take a walk in your shoes, brother.
Let's make it happen, baby.
All right.
Oh, I gotta respect that shirt.
Hell yeah, you know, straight up, man. It's where we came from.
Take a walk in my shoes. I'ma keep it on, I can't lose. As long as I can breathe, I'm that dude. Take a walk in my shoes. Every single part I go through, yo, I feel it from the soles of my boots. Take a walk in my shoes. Y'all ain't running nothing that's true. I can see it by the way that y'all move while I'm punching in my boo-boos. Gotta screw loose the two dudes, but that's the kind of shit that I'm doing. Walk in my shoes.
We should call Noah.
Girl, put the shit on speakerphone.
See
what happens.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey, Noah, just trying to reach you, man. Call me back. Peace.
Founded, I don't play to say it so astounded how I'm rerouting all of my rage. My shoes. I'ma keep it on, I can't lose. As long as I can breathe, I'm that dude.
Or will keep you alive. Just means that you can, everything is edible once. Alright, man, transition mode. Tell me about it.
Bro, this has been an EP that's been a long time in the making.
Right on. You announced it on the SEEDPOD
yeah,
a year ago.
you already know. It's been a while, dude. But you know, you can't rush.
No, you can't rush
something
greatness.
Like this.
It's one of the singles off transition mode, man. Tune in, please. Better take a knee, all hell. When I'm on the scene, y'all fail. I ain't gonna see no L's. My kingdom's well. Your team's on bail. Stale. Should've put that shit up on a scale. About to get in the predicament, getting me the fifth top shelf. My decision to be living on a mission was the holy grail.
It was a really cool process, bro. I love every song on there. My favorite is probably Up because I used to be with this guy, Lambo Lotta.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was kind of weird. I was on Gauge Recordings with him, and I was transitioning into my own thing.
Sure.
So I didn't know how he was gonna feel about it at first, you know? My intention originally was to have him on Up. He was gonna be the feature on it so I could send it off that way.
Yeah,
like a
Closure.
nod for him, you know?
Sure, absolutely.
But things didn't work out. His computers crashed. He couldn't make it work. So
He got super busy too. I know
he got
sick.
crazy
He got
busy.
sick for a minute there too. Like,
yeah, he's going
scary.
through a lot, man, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to push him on that. I said,
sure.
don't worry, bro, we'll just work on that on the next album. So I threw that second verse in and I shouted him out just because I felt like he's a piece of me leaving what I used to be.
Right,
you know?
right.
But now I'm starting a new
Well,
chapter.
I know you reference him in a couple of your songs.
Yeah, bro, he's my homie for life.
Yeah.
I'll never not do music with him.
Shout out to
Whatever he's
Lambo.
going through, he can call me. I'll fucking be right there.
When
no
Lambo
problems.
says, let's go.
Exactly, exactly. That's what it is. That's
Right
the
on.
relationship we have. And Snipe is the same thing, dude. Like, he used to live out here.
Okay.
I never knew him when he lived out here. He moved to Green Bay, and then Josh, Bone, out of nowhere, hit me up and said, yo, look at this sponsored ad. This guy named Snipe is doing music in Wisconsin. And I'm like, what? I listened to him. I'm like, yo, this guy's crazy. I hit him up, and he's like, yeah, I live in Green Bay right now, but I used to live right down the block from where you live now.
Wow,
You know my
man.
cousins. Bro, it's just wild how that came back together.
Yeah, yeah.
And now we're all doing some collective stuff. So transition mode was a really fun process the whole way through.
Killer.
What else can I say about it, bro? Up is my favorite for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I shout out all the other artists in Wisconsin that are doing big things right now. Some of them, you know, DROOGZ.
Yeah.
Shout out to DROOGZ. Symphony of Blood is going crazy right now.
That song is so good.
It's so fun to do live too.
Yeah.
Like that guy, it feels just natural. He's so goofy, you know. You feel like the same kind of vibe with him.
Right.
So it's such a fun thing to do. It
I
took a little.
I heard you guys blew the roof off your last show at
Cool.
Game Over.
Yeah, we did Game Over. We did X-Ray Arcade that one too.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
Great room.
That was really fun. I wasn't even feeling up to it at the point. And when he was getting scared before I got there, because I got there while the first set was going on, you know,
Right.
and he was like, oh shit, is he gonna show up? But then I just walked up to him. He's like, oh, thank God, dude. Thank God you're here. That was the
Saving
first
the
time we
day.
did it, so he got worried.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, it feels natural with that guy.
In the Symphony of Blood, we ain't got no sympathy, fucking up the industry. But you gon' remember these bosses. Lighting up is what it meant to me, but a bit eventually you can see just when your fate crosses. Yeah, we ain't got the energy, but we'll be the remedy for all these fiends until they nauseous. Yes, we gotta let them bleed out. Another contribution to the style in the Symphony of Blood.
Bitch, I cut my wrist and all I bleed is fucking bile. Somewhere down the line, I've been feeling homicidal. Drinking black fluid.
Link, that was one of the hardest songs to record on transition mode. Yeah, it's personable to me because it's about me and my son, right? His name is Link.
Okay.
And my dad introduced me to Zelda, The Legend of Zelda.
All right.
He used to play the original back in the 90s, and that's when I first discovered it. Then we started playing Ocarina of Time together. Yeah, the gold cartridge. Yeah, you had that one, Zelda 2, The Adventures of Link or whatever.
Yeah, I never could get past that first
He didn't like it because of the jumping.
Yeah, I could never get past the first screen.
Real stupid. But as soon as they got to Ocarina of Time, when you had to ride horses, he was like, no, I'm done playing. I can't do the horse thing.
Really?
He just gave up. So I'm like, all right, Dad, I'll take it from here. And now Lincoln's playing Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so it's crazy.
Wow.
That's why I talk about it as me being the link in the middle of them, like my dad and my son right there. That's
bridging the generations.
And that, dude, now that I'm thinking about it, that might be my favorite. I don't know. They all hit a certain different way.
That's the cool thing about when you get a project that you care about. Each one kind of strikes you a little different. It's almost like having, 7 kids. At the time.
Yeah, true.
Talk about the beginning. What brought you to where we are now? Like, what started this?
All right. So I guess I got to take you back.
All the way.
Not all the way, but I can't remember all the way.
We don't need to go to the womb, but you know what I mean.
I guess the first introduction to hip-hop I ever had was... You remember when they used to release cassette tapes that had singles on them?
Yeah.
And they'd have, like...
Had a few.
2 versions of one song and then another 2 versions, and they'd have an instrumental version of each one. I picked up this cassette from Ice Cube called Pushing Weight.
Okay.
And I heard the song on the radio before I bought it, so I'm like, yeah, I like this song, man. If I can grab the tape, let's see what else he's got. And Pushing Weight was okay, but once I heard the second track on it, it was called Ghetto Vet. This shit blew my mind, bro. The bass lines to it, the verses on it, it kind of sealed the deal for me, and I'm like, holy shit. So I wanted to dig deeper into the hip-hop.
You remember what year this was?
I want to say, let me see, 98.
Okay. All right.
He came out with that in 98. So yeah, I probably heard it in 99.
Okay.
No, it might have been 88. So I was 10. I was born in 88.
Okay.
And then I wanted to dig deeper after that.
Right.
Then I found out about NWA, and I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't be listening to this. My parents would freak out about this.
Right.
But I found out about Dr. Dre in that moment.
And then
I found out that this guy is actually making everything that they're rapping to.
Right, yeah, he was the main writer.
So I'm like, this guy deserves way more credit than the other guys. I forgot about Cube at that moment. I'm like, whoa, I focused on Dre.
Okay, you were in the beats.
Yeah, and I started digging in his crates, and I guess go through a few years, but when I finally started thinking that I could do this, I was 13. That was 2001.
Okay.
Dre dropped 2001.
Sure.
Marshall made his appearance. Eminem made an appearance. Exhibit. I got introduced to a lot. All the Aftermath.
Up and Smoke tour, all that stuff.
Exactly.
Right. Big year for hip hop.
Yeah, I feel like the 2000s opened. Floodgates open.
Agreed. Agreed.
And now I already have my ear into it a little bit, so I'm digging deeper and deeper, and I'm looking up software on how Dre does it. Like, I found out about Fruity Loops.
Yep.
And Fruity Loops. Yeah, dude, I lost my mind too many nights on certain substances. You'd stay up for a couple days straight just because I wanted to learn the craft on how he does what he does, bro.
Right.
Like, I bought the Friday soundtrack, first CD I ever bought. The movie Friday soundtrack. And Dr. Dre had Keep Their Heads Ringing on there.
Ding, ding,
God, bro. The beat to that is ridiculous. Yeah, it was just like a never-ending black hole.
Yeah, it just kept...
that I just dove into. And holy shit, bro. Dr. Dre, something fierce. After that, let's see, dude. Started doing my own thing. At 13 years old, we moved to Waukesha. We didn't live here the whole time. Born up until that point, but once I was hitting freshman year in high school, me and my brother were getting in too much trouble with the police and all that. So my parents thought it'd be a good idea to move to Waukesha. My brother's in his senior year. I'm starting freshman year.
Okay, yeah. Interesting.
We're in a place we don't know.
Right, so you got.
So it was basically me and my brother against the world.
Yeah,
at that point,
right.
You know,
and
we didn't
that gives
know
you that rebellious attitude.
That's exactly what I think. That's the Kickstarter. You know.
Right.
Like you drop the kick on it, dude.
And how do you deal with that? You throw it into some lyrics.
You got a lot of free time. I had Fruity Loops. I bought this device. It looked like a turntable. It had two turntables on it with a bunch of pads in the middle of it. It was called the DM Squared.
Okay.
Digital music mixer.
Yeah, I think I remember this.
And I would try and load my own samples into this because it wouldn't allow you to have the preset samples, you know, cheesy shit. Yep. But I would try and load it into the computer and load my own samples in. And they would go in, but they'd be way off time. So I'm like, shit, I can't do this, dude. I can't work with this. So I wanted to buy more equipment and start doing that.
Oh,
and I'm like, let me see if I could put words to the test. My dad bought me a Radio Shack microphone.
Nice.
And I made my first song at 14. It was called Take It to the Top. All right. And that's how I made friends in Waukesha, bro. Because I met Kevin first. You know Kevin.
Yep.
K1. Uno. Met him, and he knew a lot of people already because he lived out there.
Sure.
He heard this song that I made, and he knew I was doing beats and stuff. And he spread the word like crazy, bro. And that's kind of how I made friends in Waukesha. Wow. They would just start coming to our house, party nights, start freestyling, all that shit. It's really cool. It just blossomed from there, and then I just wanted more equipment, you know? You get that itch. You just want a little bit more. You want to learn a little more. You want to push equalizers. You want to hit the knobs. You want to drum pads.
I know that,
I'm trying to run all of that. You know,
just get in there and start tweaking things.
Yeah, so from there on in, I'm just making baby steps, bro. And that was what? 2006, I guess I kind of got serious. I'll tell you a funny story. When we first got to Waukesha, my mom knew I was getting interested in this, and I knew she didn't like it.
Okay.
But she was kind of passive on it, and she was like, all right, at least he's being creative, he's doing something,
not getting into trouble.
So I was so serious about what I was doing back then. When I was 13, I'm shitting you not, I ripped off a piece of paper and I wrote on it, it's impossible for me not to be famous. And I put the date on it.
Yeah.
I think it was 05 or some shit like that. And I put it on the freezer of the fridge with magnets and stuck it there.
Nice.
I don't have it anymore, but I remember that shit to this day.
Yeah.
Because back when I was 13, I knew I was going to be doing this shit.
Right.
And
you had that dream.
It was like not even a thought, like maybe I can do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I can do this. I just got to figure out how.
Absolutely.
You know?
So what inspires you to keep going? What drives you to just keep pushing and getting your name out there?
A lot of things, bro. My family, first and foremost, my kids and wife, you know, but there's a piece inside of me, dude. My dad, a lot of people that are lost, I feel like that gives me a little extra oomph. And honestly, I like all kinds of music. I like pop music a lot. I like rock music. Before I was even rapping, I was listening to Metallica and all the boys back in the day, and I wasn't discovered to hip hop, you know.
I know there's an Aaron unreleased mix that has an After the Storm with a certain guitar on it.
Yeah, that's right, there is. I got somebody from American Progress on that, dude. Yeah, if we did that live, if you can ever get a hold of them and make that happen, we could do that live. That'd be amazing.
That would be something.
I'd be totally down for that.
You know, it seems like we're kind of in that creative process. You want to take this to another venue and see what comes out?
Yeah, let's see what's happening.
All right, let's fucking do that.
All right, let's bet.
These kids so foolish and ignorant, we so different considering I got them interested, but you ain't even literate. Probably too many barbiturates fucking up your deliverance. Mumble on the mic and all your songs like it's deliberate. Here to make a difference, switching out all the silly shit, then to get them shivering, acting belligerent. Still equipped with an arsenal of lines so dope that you would probably OD from the shit that I wrote.
Let's just fuck around, man. It starts like this.
Yeah,
Right,
just fuck around from there, bro.
So is that where it starts? Like, do you start with the beat?
I usually start with the drum kit unless I already have a melody in my head.
Yeah,
That's why I like the travel case, because I can just pull it up and put that melody in, and then I'll deal with it later, you know. But I usually start with a drum kit, and the melodies come from there. Like, I'll give you an example. Some stuff I was doing earlier. And the weird thing about it is I'll do the drum kit, I'll lay a bass line down, lay a melody down, and that melody will probably change two, 3 times before yeah, bro, because sometimes I'll listen to the kick too much and it'll start changing in my head, so I feel like I gotta switch the melody up. So now you just let strings come in, like.
Okay.
You get the bass in?
Yeah.
But that might end up changing.
Right.
It might stay. I don't know. It depends on the vibe I'm feeling. Depends on the flow with it.
Right.
But yeah.
So when
that's just how I start the construction of it. Right.
So when you sit down, do you like have it in your? I'm gonna do a song like this, or I got a line, or or you just come down and you just start hitting the beat and it's.
I would say it's like 50-50, dude. Yeah. Sometimes I come down just because I know I have the time and I should construct something.
Right. So you make it to make it.
The spontaneous ones are the most fun.
Right.
And you rush in and you know, I want to do this. That's the melody that stays in. That's when I start with the melody.
There's that natural vibe that like it gives you that buzz that you want to keep grabbing.
Yeah, you feel the goose pimples, whatever, dude. Yeah, that's when I jump back into it. Yeah, bro. Here's another one I was trying to mess with earlier, dude. Just wait until another weird ass melody. You'll see how it feels. It's probably gonna end up changing though.
Alright.
Trying to hit the like West Coast lower.
Sure, yeah. I got that vibe. Yep. I can hear lowrider.
Pocket a little bit. Yeah, like lowrider shit. That's good, yeah.
I'm watching the cars bounce.
Yeah.
Down Water Street.
Yeah. And then I'll plug the turntables in and I'll start putting scratches into the shit. And then I know if it fits right, you know.
Sure.
If the scratches feel awkward in it, then I'm changing the melody back up. That's just kind of what it is. It's back and forth a lot, honestly. Dude, every time I walk into it, it's experimental. You know.
Right.
I look at it like that.
This is cool, man, because transition mode isn't like a stopping point for you. It's the beginning.
No, yeah, this is like
you're starting to create your own beats, create your own music. You're really going all original with all
yeah,
of this.
like you saw the table of contents and you just turned the page. No?
Yeah,
that's kind of how I'm seeing it too, bro. Especially starting a new brand and all that. Like, we're going hard. We're only going up.
Yeah.
You know.
Right on.
That's all I see.
All right, so now that you've got like the beat, the structure, you got your song. Where does the story come from? Tell me about where I mean the meat of the whole song, the whole reason of why we're tuning in to listen to you is to hear what you got to say.
That's true. It depends upon the process. Sure. I mean, I can show you an example of a feature right here.
Absolutely.
That I'm sending that's not even released yet type shit. I'll leave the verse in, but I'll show you how I normally do this, if you don't mind.
I don't mind at all.
I normally just, I get this sent to me with an open verse, you know? I'll take that. Okay. I normally get this sent to me with an open verse in it. And the fact of the matter is you kind of want to be quick.
Right.
You know?
You want to make them wait. You want to go
and that's the beauty of this, is simplistic. Like, that's why I like it, the practicality of it. I can jump on, do a beat feature real quick, and send it back to the guy.
Yeah.
Without him waiting too long. Otherwise, he's going to put somebody else on the spot. And I'm not about that life.
Exactly.
You know? So this is kind of how it's going. Hey. This shit is whack. I'm knocking your ass back in the bleachers. Treat it like a Louisville slugger when I'm on a feature. Black it out the park, it's a part of me, I'm the teacher. Tracking the track in the wetness coming out the speakers. It's a lyrical standoff, we gunning. Like I ain't talking about drums when I'm saying percussion. Not for nothing, got something that'll get you running. Light up at every function, smoke for the circumference. Like being real, this ain't the art of rap, that's how you act. Treating OGs like artifacts. I never wonder why you bums are whack. I know it's
That's a process.
So
though.
before I walk up to the mic and hit record and all that, I have a lyric notepad on my phone. So it feels better to me nowadays. I still do use pen and paper, but it's so much easier just to hold this right above you and spit what you need to spit.
Well, yeah, and pen and paper get bulky,
and then
you can carry that with you.
Exactly.
How many thousands you got, right?
Right. You know, practicality and all that.
Exactly.
Shit. And once it's recorded once, then I'll go back, listen to it a bunch of times. Then I don't need that shit no more. Then I'll just go back in and do it the right way.
Right.
You know,
you get it down a few times.
Kind of rough draft. Yeah.
Right.
Like saying people hum melodies before they actually figure out what they want to do
absolutely.
on the keys.
Yep,
Type
I've heard
shit.
a lot
Same
of demos
kind of
where
deal.
it's a lot of O's and ums.
Right.
Up until they solidify it, and then they
Exactly.
actually start putting a story to it.
You get it.
Yeah.
I put it into my phone. I send it through email to my phone, so I can download it from my email onto my phone, and then I'll just listen to it in the earbuds and then write the lyrics from there on the notepad while I'm listening to it. Usually on the balcony, I'll just sit outside and type it up. And when I start, a verse is done in usually 20 minutes, 25. Once it's sent to me or once I finish making it, I want to get it done right away because I don't want it sitting on my hard drive, dude, because there's a fucking curse. If it sits too long on there, I think that, no, dude, so, and I get in my head a lot. I overthink it a lot. I'm like, damn, is this right enough? Is this right enough? No, I could tweak this, I could tweak that. Fuck it. At the end of the day, I'm just sending it out and making the next song.
And usually your first instinct, your first cut, your first thing, that's usually what you always refer back to.
Yeah.
A lot of times that initial instinct is what actually makes it to tape.
That's weird you say that because I've done original versions of songs and then I've tried to remake them and it sounds whack, bro. When I try and redo it, I'm like, I'd like the original better. Damn, bro. I like to switch up my cadences. I don't want to keep them all the same because sometimes I feel like I'm just doing the same cadence with this flow over and over again, you know? So I feel like every 4 bars, I'll do 4 of them. I'm like, all right, I got 12 left. Let me try and switch it for these 4. And then I'll bring it back, maybe to that original one, or maybe I'll do something different, you know, and just keep it different. So it's not the same cadence. Sometimes, like Same Road, when I did Same Road, I tried to keep that cadence through the whole thing, like the same melodies with my voice through the whole thing.
I'm still on the same road, moving forward cause this path is what I chose. Wanna make my people proud and I know there's too many directions I could go. Still, I feel like I'm on the same road, moving forward cause this path is what I chose. Wanna make my people proud and I know there's too many directions I could go. Still, I feel like I'm on the same road.
You gotta keep adding layers to keep drawing the listener in.
Especially with a feature, like I want to change it up as many times as possible without making it sound like it's not structured.
Exactly,
you know?
you gotta keep it cohesive.
It's gotta fit in the pockets. It's gotta have a structure. It's gotta have a certain bounce, depending. It could be a chopping thing. We're from the Midwest. There's a lot of choppers and lyrical rappers out here. Hopefully, we'll have more soon. Chopper is very fast, like Tech 9 does. They rap super fast, technical. They're very super fast, rapid fire. I guess he kind of founded the chopper term, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Twista started it.
Right.
As Midwest rappers, Twista kind of started it. And then Tech 9 did it. And he made a song called Midwest Choppers. And he had certain people that could do that same flow very fast and keep up with him. That was his thing. You got a double time, they call it. Double time rapping. So instead of doing your normal flow for 8 bars, yeah, I'm gonna get at you, yeah, I'm gonna hit at you, you know, you gotta, yeah, I'm gonna get at you, spit it, I'm gonna get at you. You gotta flip it up, double time it. So you're going from 8 to 4.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
How fast can you get?
I can get pretty fast, but not right now. Listen to Champion.
You gotta warm that up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. It takes a lot out of your. The breath control is the hardest part of that.
When I see like groups like Bone Thugs and Tech 9,
Bone's a perfect example.
How do you keep that straight? Well, how do you breathe? How do you keep that straight? How do you enunciate what you're saying? You know.
Yeah, Bone's really good. That's a good example.
Technique,
Bone Thugs, dude. Yeah, they might be before him.
I mean, late 80s, early 90s.
He's 1999.
Yeah.
My brother used to listen to them cassettes, bro.
Oh yeah.
When I was getting Ice Cube, he was getting the Bone Thugs.
Yep.
East 1999.
Remember, I think it was in 6th grade we had to do a Me poster, and so many different people put Bone Thugs as their favorite rap group. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Shout out to Bone Thugs. Shout out to Crazy Bone.
Dude, my favorite one of all time.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
I've always enjoyed.
So yeah, I guess chopping is just more lyrical, very fast, technical. That's how I would explain it. It's a certain lane. It's a certain, and it's like a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
It's really not anywhere else.
In a symphony of blood.
Where do you see the state of it now in the Midwest?
In the Midwest,
thriving?
I think it's thriving. I think it was on the back burner for a while.
Sure. I mean, it's hard to put a notice on.
Yeah, there's a lot. Everybody's a rapper nowadays, you know.
Right.
So it's a lot
there's so much of it out there.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of saturation with that, but I think it's off the back burner now, and lyrical guys are starting to come back, and I think with all these new albums that are coming out with all these guys from the Midwest, it's only a matter of time before lyrical stuff starts to come back and we're back on the map.
People are craving that visceral experience, that human, that feeling.
That's a good word. Yep, that's a good way to describe it.
Well, it's an interest, like your genre is on that front of partially being artificial because, you know, even from the get-go, they were taking other beats and whatnot and making them into something that they could tell a story over.
True.
You're almost like the cyborg of music, really. You know?
Damn, bro, he's like the cyborg.
Well,
I guess you're right.
And then fusing the human element with it.
Yeah, you're right.
And it seems as we go further, like that human element is what's really starting to be looked upon. When someone can actually throw down a verse and not only do it on a record, but do it right in front of you.
Yeah. No AI influence stuff, yeah.
There's something to be said about that form of talent. And you've done it on numerous occasions where I've seen you just, like, I mean, you just did it downstairs, you know?
I try to keep it as real as possible. You know, I feel like if you're real with yourself and you say your story, you say your piece, you can't go wrong.
Right.
And the Midwest has been doing that forever. Since the 90s,
I mean, hard work, that's all we know.
Exactly.
You know?
And don't get me wrong, other regions do it, but everybody's got their own style.
Exactly.
And I'm here to represent this one.
Right. Well, you know, one thing in the Midwest is like if you're not paying attention, we're going to come up to you and make you pay attention.
Yeah, we're going to let you know. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to hear about us one way or another.
If your head's bobbed that way, we're going to make you turn your head.
Yeah, we're going to say hey.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, so speaking of that, give me the future. What are your sights set on? What do you... Like we were talking earlier, transition mode doesn't sound like it's a stop. It sounds like this is the beginning of something. Yeah. So where do you want to take this?
It is the beginning. It feels like it's going to be a next chapter happening now. I'm working with some other artists right now that may or may not be a part of Saiyan Sounds.
Sure. Tell me about Saiyan Sounds.
Saiyan Sounds is a brand I'm starting. It's a record label I started for myself because I feel like I want to have complete control of everything. I mean, I want to own all my masters. I don't want you telling me that I have to go a tour date when I'm not feeling up to it. When my kid's got something going on, I'm not going to be there, bro.
Right.
So I'm going to be the CEO of my own shit and tell you when I'm going to be there. And when I schedule something, I'll be there. Guaranteed, you know.
Right on.
But I just want full control of that. It's going to be the easiest route for me. And I feel like that's the only way I can go with it.
Sure. Sure.
If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. That sounds like the best way to do it.
So I got a couple other guys I'm eyeing up right now. One of them is unofficially signed right now.
Okay.
We do have some stuff working up very soon. We're going to have another EP dropping. It's going to be a whole collaborative project. I'll say that much. I'm not going to say any more than that. But there's another cat I'm looking at right now. So yeah, we're just trying to build the brand right now and grow, dude. And do as much as we can. And if they want to saturate this, guess what? We're going to be knocking on your door and saturating it right back.
Yeah.
Until we are obnoxious.
Right. Be so good they can't ignore you.
Exactly,
That's what it is.
Try and follow the Saiyan trend, be aggressive, you know.
For sure, man.
Yeah. So I'm just looking up right now. I'm not looking backwards. Transition mode's done. The response is really good. Cool.
Yep.
We're still going to have shows coming up in the future here. But right now it's about just moving forward.
We're down. You know, man, it's been a real pleasure, brother.
It's been awesome, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you.
Follow the trail. About to get in a predicament of getting me a bit top shell. Bit top shell. My decision to be living on a mission for the Holy Grail. Holy Grail. I see you sitting and you witnessing, you wishing you could do it, but you're frail. Do it, but you're frail. No pain, no story, got me bored, slide off like I'm riding on the rail. There go another line. Homie, if I'm lying, then I'm dying. See, I gotta grind till I shine. I ain't got time for the